I realized that I don't have many videos from South America, and that's because I did all my travels there in 2016 before I owned a video camera. Copacabana Beach is the main beach here in Rio. That being said, later this year I am heading to Ecuador and Venezuela, 2 of my final 6 countries, so you can expect to see a lot of amazing stories down on the continent. In today's video, we're going to compare and contrast the 2 rival nations of Argentina and Brazil, and when I say rival nations, this is mostly what I'm referring to. But in reality, Argentina and Brazil are both incredible places. I spent over a month traveling between the 2 nations, and I'm just itching to get back. So with that being said, let's jump right into it with the similarities. Both Argentina and Brazil are the 2 largest countries in South America and share a similar historical origin. The 2 nations were colonized by European powers and became independent 6 years apart in the early 19th century. Both nations are packed with natural resources, are among the top 25 largest economies in the world, and have a similar GDP per capita. When it comes to people, Argentinians and Brazilians are some of the kindest around, and they are very proud of their countries. I've never met more passionate people, and it shows in their love of football and sports. Also, the majority of people follow Catholicism. Alright guys, let's move on now to the key differences. Brazil is 3 times larger in area, 5 times bigger in population, and has an economy that's 4 times bigger than Argentina. While both countries have dozens of indigenous languages, the main one in Brazil is Portuguese, while in Argentina, it's Spanish. That leads us to the obvious colonization in both nations, but they were done quite differently. Spanish colonization in Argentina was mainly driven by enslaving indigenous people, whereas in Brazil, the Portuguese brought slaves in from Africa. As a result, most Argentinians today are descendants from Europeans or lighter skinned, while in Brazil, it's heavily mixed with African heritage or dark skinned being the majority. When it comes to nature, Argentina has Patagonia, which means great hiking and skiing. Brazil is more in the tropics, and 60% of its land is located in the Amazon. In terms of food, Brazil wins in acai. Ladies and gentlemen, for lunch we have a giant bowl of fresh acai, as well as pão de queijo or cheesy bread, and feijoada, which is a black bean and pork stew. In Argentina, it's all about the meat. You can expect to find lots of excellent steak, pork, chicken, ribs, sausages, and more. Do not forget to dip your meat in my favorite sauce in the world called chimichurri. Also, I found the empanadas and wine in Argentina to be the best on the continent. In terms of culture, I found the people in Brazil to be a bit more laid back, and they were hardly ever on time. But that being said, I was offered into countless people's homes, and they were just so kind. In Argentina, the society functions a lot more orderly and efficient, kind of like in Europe. The best way to meet locals there is by drinking mate, or a tea-like beverage with herbs and warm water. They also drink the same stuff halfway across the world in Syria. Alright guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Argentina and Brazil are amazing countries, and I always have fun making these comparison videos. The truth is that I love South America, and unfortunately I haven't been able to tell you guys stories there because I went there for 3.5 months in 2016, and I didn't film anything because I didn't own a camera, so I'm really looking forward to getting back there in a few months whenever coronavirus ends. I'm heading out there to visit 2 of my final 6 countries, Ecuador and Venezuela. So sit tight guys, I'm just as anxious as you are about getting those done. If you've ever been to Argentina or Brazil, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Do you agree with my thoughts on the 2 nations? Are they the same? Are they different? Please let me know what you think. With that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Hang in there, wash your hands, stay safe, and I will see you soon. I'm Drew Binsky, and if you like my travel videos, please click subscribe and join me as I plan to visit every country in the world.